שלום. אוקיי. זמן לדבר באנגלית, אוקיי? זה יופי, אוקיי. But if you have any questions about my English during the presentation, raise your hand, okay? And אגיד, אין לי מושג בעברית, okay? יופי, okay. I speak a little, רחוב סום סום is my English, is my Hebrew, okay? All right, so the topic we're going to be talking about today is driving growth through innovation. It sounds like a pretty cool topic, and you're probably sitting in your chair wondering, what on earth can I learn about innovation from a pizza company? Right? There should be someone up here from Silicon Valley talking about innovation. And speaking of Silicon Valley, we're not an upstart company. We've been around 60 years. So then you're probably saying, well, what am I going to learn from a 60-year-old pizza company? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to take you through today what we call the Domino's turnaround, and how through a variety of innovations we've turned around our U.S. business. And through that story, more importantly, I'm going to take you through things that we learned, kind of principles that we applied that hopefully you can apply to your business. Because if we can reinvent a 60-year-old pizza company, then you can reinvent anything. Now, before I go off the slide, I've said 60-year-old pizza company a couple of times. I'd be remiss if I didn't recognize that we are now in the 30th anniversary of Domino's in Israel. It's pretty amazing. And so thank you to our team here. We're the #1 pizza company in the world, but more importantly, Ba'aretz. So that's pretty amazing. All right, so we're going to talk about the Domino's turnaround. How does any story about a turnaround start? If you're turning something around, it has to start in a bad place. Okay? We started in a bad place. This is the stock of Domino's Pizza. This is when I joined the company. About $12. In 6 weeks, it hit $2.83. I don't think it was because of the announcement of me, perhaps, right? But not a good place. So the stock is $2.83. Why is it $2.83? Sales were not good. So you're seeing sales for the prior 3 years before I joined. What I always say is the only good thing about this chart is because of the negative sales, they had to hire a new marketing person, and that's why I got to join Domino's, all right? But sales were down, profits were down, the business was not good. Question is why? It's kind of embarrassing to say at this point, but back in 2009, if you asked Americans what their best tasting pizza was, we weren't even in the top 5, right? We were tied for 6 with a brand I don't even think you have here called Chuck E. Cheese. Anybody know Chuck E. Cheese? Yeah? So Chuck E. Cheese is where you go when you're a kid to celebrate your birthday, to play games, to probably pee yourself because you're young, right? And to eat really bad pizza. And we were tied with them. That's not where you want to be, okay? And so we went through a process that is now, there are a bunch of case studies about called the pizza turnaround. And I'm going to take you through it today. We have an abbreviated version. But more important than what we did, I want to tell you how we did it. So again, so you can apply it to your business. Because since we launched the turnaround in 2010, there has not been a faster growing restaurant in America, period. Pizza, non-pizza, anything. And so it's something that really has sustained us over time, this thinking process. And so I want to share that today. And the cool thing is, 2008, we're now in 2020, that stock that was at $2.83 had a recent 52-week high of $305.34. Thanks. So for all of you marketing people out there, when your bosses tell you, oh, marketing, how do you drive the stock price? Just show them this chart, okay? All right. So there are 5, if I look in retrospect, if I look backwards and say, what did we do to turn this thing around? There are really 5 principles, right? The first one is this thing called finding the tension. And this I don't know how to say in Hebrew, tension. So I'll define it in English. Okay, a tension is a genuine, coiled up discomfort in society. Right? A tension is something that people are uncomfortable talking about. And so whenever I talk about tensions, I show a picture of a spring. Think about all the tension cooped up in the spring, right? If there was a magic button in the center that I could hit to release all the tension in that spring, think of all the power that would be released. And that's what we need to do. We need to find the tensions in society and in our brand. We need to release those tensions because when we do, we have the power. It's like a tsunami behind our brand. Okay? There are, in my experience, 3 types of tensions. There are brand tensions, there are customer tensions, and there are cultural tensions. So brand tension as an example, we already talked about the brand tension for Domino's. We were a pizza company, and in America, Yossi wants to make sure I don't say in Israel. Israel, the product's always been great. In America, we were a pizza company, and our pizza didn't taste good. That's a tension that we needed to address. We'll go through some examples of customer and cultural tensions, just so you get a sense of, at least today, what some could be. So what's a tension today with your customers, with customers out there? I know for me, one that I always think about is, these phones, right? These phones are supposed to keep us together, keep us in touch with each other, right? But what's the tension? Anyone ever see that shot around the dinner table where all the kids are on their phone, right? So the thing that's supposed to give us the connection actually disconnects us. That's a tension. That's something that no one wants to talk about, but that makes them feel bad, all right? What's a cultural tension? Tension in the world. There are global warming, potential war, all these things on people's mind that make people nervous, right? They cause them anxiety. These are the important things to figure out how to diagnose within your brand and within the world, because if the two can intersect, you break that tension. And I'll give you the example now as I talk through Domino's. So the Domino's brand tension, as I said, was we were a pizza company, our pizza didn't taste good. Now I'm going to show you a meme. This was in 2009. My wife sent this to me. Now I know this may be recorded, so I have to make sure my boss knows. My wife did not do this. My wife was on the internet typing Domino's. This was back when the stock was $2.83. And she found this, for those of you who can't read it, is Domino's Pizza. We make our pizza and our boxes out of the same material. Right? Ouch. This was before the word meme came out. Like somebody did a meme before memes were named memes. So I don't know what it was called, but anyway, the thing that drove me crazy was that somebody probably sat in their basement and said, you know what, if I spend time talking about Domino's, people are going to pass it around, it's going to get viral. That's what people thought about us. That's a tension. When people do stuff like this about your brand, it's a tension. So this is really important. If you're going to attack a tension, and what you'll see is we went after this tension big time, that our taste wasn't good. If you're going to do it, you better make sure on the backside that you deliver on what your promise is. Too many marketers, I think, we're so worried about identifying the issue that when we identify the issue, we haven't fully solved for it. And so back in 2008, the goal for the team, I remember sitting together saying, hey, we need to do marketing in a time machine, right? We need to be able to do 10 years of marketing in 1 year. So to do that, your message, it has to be powerful, but for the message to be about taste, that means the new product needs to taste good. And so make sure, for those of you who also control the products that your team comes up with, that you make sure that they spend the time working through it. And I'll give you an example. Pizza's pretty easy, right? It's not a rocket. It's not a car. It's got sauce. It's got crust, and it's got cheese. And so well back, we looked at, okay, what are the top 10 crusts? What are the top 10 sauces we could do? We experimented, what are the top 10 cheeses? And normally someone would think, okay, take cheese number 1, right? The best sauce and the best crust, put them together, and you get the best pizza, right? No. Here's my example. Have you ever been maybe in a park and you see a good-looking man and a good-looking woman walking their baby through the park? And maybe the baby, okay? But you have a good-looking mom and a good-looking dad, makara, right? Or if you go out for dinner and you have a great steak and a great wine, doesn't mean they work together. So it's very important to do the extra work to make sure the combination, right, all works. Okay, that was the brand tension. What were the customer and cultural tensions back in 2009? In the US, there was a lot going on. You remember there were banks, big banks went out of business, and people lost their mortgages, they lost their homes. We had the CEOs of some of the biggest car companies in America asking normal Americans to bail them out of debt. And I don't know if you know this, the really awful thing was they flew down to Washington, D.C. to ask to be bailed out, and they all flew down in private jets, right? It's pretty bad. And so the pillars of American society, the government, the banks, big business, nobody trusted them, right? Back in 2009, the common man felt like they were being taken advantage of. They were being lied to, okay? And so here's the magic of tensions. Actually, I want to go back for a second. So here's the magic of tensions, right? So you think about the global tension of, wow, everybody's lying to me. No one's telling me the truth. You think about the brand tension of Domino's. We had a pretty scary truth, right? Which is that our pizza wasn't very good. Now, everyone in America, they wanted the banks, they wanted the car companies to say, hey, look, I'm sorry, we listened to you, we're going to change. But nobody would do it. Tension. Now, we're just a little pizza company, but we decided, well, what if we're the ones to do it? Right? What if we're the ones to set the example? And so the brief to our agency, these were the words. In today's world of deceit and mistrust, Domino's would connect with consumers by being unexpectedly real and transparent. We would do what they wanted everybody else to do. Which gets me to the next principle. When you figure out what the tensions are, you need to figure out how you break them in a really, really big way, right? How do you take bold action? Because you can only do it once. And our bold action in this case was we were going to listen and tell the truth. Now, I'm going to show you the ad that we ran. For those of you who do ad testing, this is actually the highest ad tested ever in Millward Brown. It may not seem as impactful today, but look, take yourself back to 2009. Imagine these tensions going on, and you see this ad from Domino's.
Domino's pizza crust to me is like cardboard.
I hear what some folks are saying about our stuff.
The sauce tastes like ketchup, totally void of flavor.
I mean, that hits you right in the heart.
Most companies hide the criticism that they're getting, and we actually face it head on.
This is what's driving us. This is what's making us want to get better.
There comes a time when you know you've got to make a change. You've got to move forward.
What's different about the new pizza?
We improved everything. Sauce, crust, cheese, you name it, it's better.
We got a much better tasting sauce.
We put 40% more herbs in it. It's a bold flavor.
More flavorful cheese.
Cheese, it's cheese.
Well, we're putting a garlic seasoning on the crust now. It's awesome.
To be this honest, you have to have the food to back it up. We're so proud of this pizza, we want everybody to try it. The deal is 2 medium, 2-topping pizzas for $5.99 each. If you don't like it, we'll give you your money back.
All of it. Not half of it, all of it.
Thank you. So it was really amazing. I mean, literally the phones lit up the next day. We were 2 days away from running out of pepperoni. It was absolutely crazy. All right, the next principle is what I call double-click the So we've just started a revolution, right? How do you throw gas on the fire? How do you throw gas on the fire? And the reason I use the word double-click is if you're ever online and you double-click on an image, right, the image opens, you double-click on it again and something else opens. People want to discover, right? This is back in 2009. Everyone in the world felt like they were being lied to. And so what we wanted to do is for people who wanted to do the research, who kind of doubted whether or not Domino's was actually telling the truth, we needed to give them breadcrumbs, right? So if they doubted us, they'd realize, oh my God, well, Domino's, they really did do this. And then what they do is they become the apostles. It's weird about talking about apostles in Israel, but they become apostles. They go out and they tell everyone, hey, look what I saw. And you should really believe Domino's. So it's like those nested Russian dolls. You need to give people more and more experiences if they want to go deeper and deeper, all right? And so that's what we did here. So I'm going to now show you, it's a video we posted online. We never ran it on TV or anything, yet there were, millions of views. Because when we put that ad out, people wanted to know, are they really telling the truth? And by the way, this double-click marketing idea is even more important today when no one believes, fake news, no one believes anything. And so your job as a marketer, in addition to the primary message, you got to give people little tidbits to prove your big idea, to prove your point along the way. So we ran this kind of documentary to show folks, heck, we were telling the truth.
We're going to see Claudia. She has no idea we're coming. She said some pretty harsh stuff about our old pizza. We're going to bring the new pizza. Let's see what happens. Domino's Pizza!
Yes?
Claudia?
Yes?
Claudia, did you say...
Give the Domino's head chef more freedom to make a pizza that's not a formula.
Yes, I did.
Claudia, I happen to have the head chef from Domino's here, and he'd like to ask you a couple of questions, too.
He looks mad.
I'm not mad. Because your comments helped us create a brand new Domino's pizza. New sauce, new crust, new cheese. Want to try it?
Sure. Looks good. It's actually really good.
Is there enough cheese on it?
Lots of cheese.
Lots of cheese.
It is very good.
Now, you're not just saying that because the camera's
No, I'm really...
I mean, we want the real Claudia, the one we saw on the tape.
You can't see the sauce through the top. It's really good. You guys, I'm so impressed, really. I can't believe a company would do that. I'm so really impressed that you guys really took it seriously. I can't believe you guys listened.
Is this it? Let's go.
Clipboard? Carlos.
Yes.
How are you?
Good.
Sam from Domino's Pizza.
Okay.
Hey, listen, did you say Domino's crust is a little too rubbery?
Domino's crust is a little too rubbery.
I did, but I didn't know I was going to be meeting the head chef, so this is a little awkward. Yeah. Sorry. This is unexpected.
No, don't be sorry. What you said helped us get better. We have a brand new pizza. You want to try it?
Sure, I'll give it a shot. This is great. This is great.
Try the crust.
Try the crust. Try the crust.
This is fantastic.
Ah, our converse.
Hey, how are you? Saul? Sam from Domino's Pizza.
I have to go. Something's going on here.
Saul, did you say...
To me, Domino's tastes low quality and forgettable.
I didn't know you were listening, but I was being truthful.
Your comments helped inspire us to change everything about our pizza. Would you mind trying a piece?
Here we go. Wow, I'm telling you how it is. This is the real thing right now. First off the bat, does not taste like Domino's pizza. The way I know Domino's. I'm back. I'm in, guys.
Domino's Pizza.
Hey.
Adrienne?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Sam from Domino's Pizza.
Hi, you ordered pizza?
Hey, did you say these things in a focus group?
Doesn't feel like there's much love in Domino's Pizza.
You said that?
Yeah.
I happen to bring the head chef from Domino's Pizza.
No, you did not. I'm sorry.
Did you say that about our pizza?
Wow, I did. did.
Don't be sorry. Your comments helped us to improve everything about our pizza. Try it.
Can I?
Please.
Wow.
Some love in there, isn't it?
There's a lot of love in there. This is what I was talking about.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you for making a great pizza, finally.
Finally. Ouch.
Mark, how are you?
Good.
Sam from Domino's Pizza.
How you doing?
Did you say this, Mark?
Domino's tastes like cardboard with tomato paste and pepperoni on top. Yes, I did. Yes.
Why would you say such a thing?
I enjoy a good quality pizza, and I was just trying to be very honest.
Okay. You know what I have for you? Your comments helped us create a brand new pizza from scratch, top to bottom.
Oh, that looks absolutely delicious.
Go ahead.
Oh my God, that's delicious.
Now, you're not just saying that because there's cameras.
No, that's a good pizza.
What do you like about it?
It tastes fresh. You can taste the sauce, the zesty sauce, the pepperoni, the sausage, the cheese. Everything is absolutely delicious. I mean, that's the way a pizza should be. Can I keep the rest of this?
All right, thanks. Now, I think it's important, everybody always asks, didn't anybody not like the pizza? Now, remember, we had a pretty low bar. And actually, everyone that we went to, they all liked the pizza. But it's important that I tell you that if, for some reason, someone didn't like the new pizza, we were going to show it. You have to show it, right? If you're going to be transparent, you have to embrace transparency. So whatever tension it is that you break, right, stay true to it afterwards. Stay true to it. And so what kind of has continued to drive us since then? It dawned on me when I was looking at, and these are actual employees, it was actually our chef and one of our trainers, that what people loved about what we did was not just the transparency, was that it was done by us. Like the craziness that our head chef would go to all these people's houses. Why? Just because he cared about the pizza experience. And so another way to come up with ideas when you think about your brand is to say, what is my brand an advocate for? Right? If this is a big political rally and my brand has a sign at the political rally, what does my brand sign say? Right? This says we are pizza lunatics. We will do anything, right, to make the pizza experience great. We'll say our pizza stinks on national TV. We'll go to everyone's door. And so what we've done since then, continue to do that. And this is important because in restaurants, a lot of restaurants, innovation is here's a new product and here's a new price. And we've done some new products. But actually, most of the innovations we do are innovations just to show how crazy we are about making sure every bit of the pizza experience is fantastic. And so we just had an ordering example here, right? I'm going to show you some other examples of how we became these innovators in pursuit of the perfect pizza experience. So what are some pizza experiences, right? One is ordering. So I don't know if you know this today, but if you have your favorite order saved on Domino's Pizza, all you have to do is text us the little pizza emoji, and we'll send you the order. That's all you have to do. Or, if you're on Twitter, you just tweet us, we send you the order. You don't have to enter all the information or anything like that. Amazon Echo, if anyone has an Amazon Echo, you can order on the Amazon Echo. Smart TVs, this is cool. You can order on the TV, and when you're done ordering, you can then track your pizza on the way to the house to make sure you don't miss your TV show. It's interesting. This was an idea also that was done in Israel, and the Israel version is doing even better than the U.S. version. Or if you have a watch, if you have a smart watch, believe it or not, you can order pizza on your watch, right? Who cares? Who cares? Here's the thing, and we'll talk about this in a little bit. Hardly anybody uses these, right? So if the way we decided whether or not to do, hey, I can order on my watch, if we decided to do it based on how many orders people would actually do on the watch, we never would have done it. And in fact, if that was a metric, my boss would have fired me because we would have, it would not succeeded. But here's what happened. When we told people, You can order Domino's on a watch. You can order it on Twitter. You can order it with emoji. You can order it on, Amazon. People said, that's so cool. I can order it on my watch. Hello, Domino's. Can I order pizza? And so it's really important as you think about how to measure in this new world. At the end of the day, the only thing that matters is sales. And these are all innovations, did not have any impact at all on our operations. These were not new products, but these showed that we were just absolutely crazy, just like we were about the pizza eating experience, about the ordering experience. There's another experience. We're a delivery company, right? And, if you think we're these passionate innovators around the pizza experience and we're delivery drivers, in the States, we don't have the cool scooters like you do here in Israel. People drive their cars, their own cars. They put a little Domino on the top. And believe me, it's not their nice car. It's probably mom's beat up car. And they bring the pizza to your door. And it just occurred to me as if we need to have more respect for our pizza, right? If you, God forbid, your house is on fire, somebody comes to your house in a 15-year-old Toyota with a garden hose, your house is going to burn down, right? You don't trust them. And so just like the fireman has the big red fire truck with all the stuff on it, we should have a vehicle that was purposefully made to deliver pizza. Why? Because we are so crazy about the pizza experience that we need to do this. And so with that as a background, because a car didn't exist for the sole purpose of making pizza, we made one ourselves.
It's time. Time to imagine. The unimaginable reimagined, and speed past the present into the future. Today, it's time for a pizza delivery car with pizza-inspired wheels, a driver-focused interior with 35 cubic feet of pizza storage capacity, a warming oven heated up to 140 degrees Fahrenheit, and a puddle light to keep our drivers' sneaks fresh. We're taking pizza where it's never been before. Well, sort of. Introducing the 2016 Domino's DXP. That's right, a pizza company just made a pizza delivery car.
All right. So this is a few years old. Pretty cool. Interestingly enough, I'm a pizza guy. I didn't realize how expensive it is to make a car from scratch. It's like $1 billion, and we didn't have $1 billion. So we made a few hundred of these. And this goes back to my point before, just like people with the watch. We did a national commercial. I don't know if you noticed this. There's no price point. There's actually no pizza in the ad. But this is us being maniacal over we will do anything to make sure the delivery experience is great. And frankly, customers give us credit for just trying, even if we fail. And so in the case of the watch where hardly anyone used the watch, or in the case of this car where hardly anyone saw the car, we were able to put them on TV because even though people didn't use them, even though people didn't see them, they said, oh my God, this company really cares about me. All right?
Domino.
Which gets me to the last point, and I think I've already made the point already, which is when you measure in today's world, you may need to measure things a little bit differently, right? We're not looking at how many people ordered on the watch. We're not looking at how many people ordered saw the car. We're looking at when we do these things, what happens to sales? So sales at the end of the day, obviously, is the most important thing. And so I'll end with this quote from an analyst at JP Morgan, which is so cool. If you remember where we were back in 2008, stock at $2.83. He says, we found ourselves describing the new Domino's as a technology company disguised as a marketing company disguised as a pizza company, which is pretty cool. And in fact, if you compare us to other technology companies, if you took $1,000 and had invested it in Domino's before the turnaround, what would it be worth today versus if you take that same $1,000 and put it in all these tech companies, right? So I'm standing here today as a pizza guy of a 60-year-old restaurant saying, tech companies are really cool, but, we can all do it too. All right? Hopefully you can apply these principles, and I really appreciate you having me today. Thanks.